everyone. My name is Victoria Harper. I have been a travel agent for a little over 3 years. I am a silver leader on our team, and today we're going to be reviewing how to create newsletters that keep your clients informed, inspired, and prepared for their next adventure. Can you guys let me know who are in the Zoom? How long have you guys been a travel agent, and have you ever looked into creating a newsletter before? There are multiple ways to create a newsletter. I've tried a few different ways, but what I've been doing the past few months has been really helpful. It's gotten me clients in return, and I think this is what I'm going to keep moving forward in my agency. Check on Facebook. Cheryl Sloan, almost 2 years and love newsletters. I know you've probably used LinkedIn. I'm going to touch upon that in just a second too. Kristen says about 6 months, and no, I haven't. That's okay. This is a great time to start learning some practices that you want to keep for your business. Danielle says 8 months, never have. So I feel like newsletters are an untapped, it's not like marketing, but it's a way of marketing, keeping your clients connected. Liz said, just started my travel business. I have a degree in journalism, so always wanted to start a blog and newsletters. That's exactly how I started, honestly. Yuani said 3 years, very interested in getting started. Perfect. Okay. So there are a few different ways to create newsletters. Throughout the years, I've dabbled with it a little bit, but since finding this way, I feel like I really like this way now. So whatever you guys play around with it and see what works best for your business. I know in LinkedIn, when you create a business page, you can create a newsletter like that. And I know like our Platinum and Krista Wiley, she creates newsletters like that. It automatically sends a newsletter to all of your followers. But this is how I found is going to keep you connected with just your clients, meaning anyone who's reached out for a vacation, maybe they've inquired about a vacation or they've officially booked, and you're just kind of looking for that connection for while they're waiting for their vacation or even after they booked and you want to keep them repeat clients. That's how I got a lot of my clientele. It's a lot of repeat clients. So I feel like I love newsletters. And kind of how Liz was saying, thinking of it like a blog. You want to keep your clients informed, you want to prepare them, you want to become that travel expert for them. So I'm going to show you guys how I've created the layout. And then we're going to go over a little bit creating this month because I sent it on the 4th. So tonight is usually the night that I create it. I'm going to hang in here for some questions while you guys create yours. And then after this class, you should be feeling confident creating your monthly newsletters. So if there's also other platforms like Flowdesk, I have tried that out. The free trial, that would be awesome. In the future, I might switch to Flowdesk just because I really liked it. But it's a subscription. So this is completely free for you to keep that community with your clients. Liz says I have Canva already, but I've researched other newsletter programs like Substack. Yes, I have heard of Substack as well. Flowdesk is a good one if you want to look into one with some subscriptions, but this is entirely free, even if you don't have the Canva Pro version. So the very first thing you're going to do on Canva is find a layout. So let me delete this. You want to find a layout that either you can keep it as a staple item, because if you want to have it every month, right? If you've taken any branding classes, you may have heard that like you have to see something 7 times for it to become familiar, or maybe you want to really niche down on your branding. I think it's a good idea to find a template that you like that you can use every single month. Or if you like every month, you can go in here and find a brand new one. But this is going to be first step. Also, what I advise is if you want to go into your emails, we are already all part of a newsletter or a funnel of some sort. And that's going to help give you some inspiration on how you want to lay out your newsletter or even how you want to use some of the hooks. Like I know in my email, I'll go through and like the holiday season, where maybe I'm in a Bath and Body Works funnel or like a Bath and Body Works newsletter, they'll have a strong hook about the fall season. And I'll take that and turn it into travel. So on Canva, right, first step is going into search and finding newsletter. There are tons of templates that you can choose from. And then once you find the layout that you like, you can really add your colors, your font, your branding, everything to make it you. Once you find your template, I'm going to show you guys some examples here, but then I'm going to show you the template that I found and how I've made it a monthly newsletter. So there's some inspiration right now. It's back to school season. We can use that in this month's newsletter. Maybe it's fall time, talking about the holidays. Every month before I go into creating my newsletter, like the night before or a few days in the beginning of the month, I will keep in mind anything that I see travel-wise that I want to share with my community. So, like back to school season things, you can talk about spring break. With fall and the holidays coming, you can talk about that. I'm going to go into some examples of the layout that I have now. That way, after you guys know that you find a template, you find one that you like. Now this is how you create it to be your personalization for your business. One, you can have it make a title if you want. Every month mine is called Main Street Monthly. A lot of my bookings, I'm specializing in Walt Disney World, so I thought it made sense to make it Main Street Monthly. And then every month I just change this here, plus all the information. So remember, as you're creating your newsletter, you want to be tapping into our vendors, finding the best deals. You're thinking, how can I become that expert to keep my community informed? You want to be that travel professional for them. So starting with August, it was a little wonky, but I think I did a great job. I highlighted some wedding season things. Walt Disney World was having 50% off of select venues for summer 2026 brides and grooms. So I wanted to make sure I shared that with my community, even though I know it might not have done good on social medias. I wanted to keep them informed, so I put a little section called Travel Scoop. This is where I'm going to give them either tips, hacks, industry news. At August time, this is when the TSA just made the new law where you don't have to take off your shoes. So I thought that was fun to include here. I always have my social medias linked as well. So while they're receiving this, they can click on it. I'll also show you guys what it looks like when they receive it too, because it's really cool. But then the second page, I'll include some more insights like Cruise Like a Pro, insider tips from your travel expert. I shared this one, like I said, it was a little bit wonky because it was my first time switching to the side, but I gave them a Virgin Voyage sale, like the 70% off second sailor plus free balcony upgrades and up to $300 bar loot. It's awesome with newsletters because this is where you can also take advantage of affiliate links. So a small goal I have in my newsletters is I would like to include at least one affiliate link in my newsletters. August, I sent Virgin Voyage. I think, oh, July. We'll see. Okay. So it's a great place to put your affiliate links. Here I put Virgin Voyages, and then I gave them some news that is on my feed that I want to share with them. Like during this time, I don't know if this is July or August. Yeah, this is August. During this time, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party tickets were being sold out almost, and then the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party was just being announced. So I shared that here. And then, oh, this was like an edit page, but the very last page is where I'll give some personalization. I'll let them know, well, this is highlighting that we were traveling soon. So just to let them know that we're going to be out of the office on select dates. Please contact me before, whenever. This is mostly for our travelers who were making payments for their vacation. You know, we check in once a month. So that was what this was for. It's a personalization touch on the last page. For August, sorry, yeah, the last one was July, this one's August. I did similar things, but I changed it up a bit. I kept the same exact layout, so it looked familiar to them. I gave them similar insights, tips, and deals, but changed it up a bit. If you know that you have a lot of cruisers, then in your newsletter should be cruisers. If you know that you have a lot of honeymooners, then you should include a lot of romantic things in your newsletters as well. If you have a lot of families, right? That's what you're going to be utilizing your vendors to put into here. So in August, I did like the big sales was cruising. We had just come home from our convention cruise. I wanted to book as much cruises. So I put cruise deals. Summer's not over yet. Enjoy this kids sail free. And then even for Disney Cruise Line, Disney Cruise Line's having an amazing promotion right now. They never really have cruise promotions. So I wanted to be the first to let my clients know about that promotion going on. The last page here, I did update it a little bit to give them some more personalization as to why they should book with us. Personalize and plan to perfection. Here's the truth. And I just took a content post that I used in the past and I put it here. Now, my first newsletter that I sent it And even though it was kind of just to keep in touch with some clients and say, hey, we're traveling, I ended up getting a booking inquiry from this where it was a repeat client and it was for 4 couples to go to Florida. So I responded back to that right before we left for our cruise, getting her scheduled for as soon as we came home from our cruise. When I sent the August one, um, it was kind of, I don't think I got any, and no, I actually did. I got a honeymoon inquiry, a repeat client from her, but we've kind of talked all summer, so I knew she was coming to me. But just this week, actually, I had my brother, who is a repeat client, he contacted me. Usually he books things on his own sometimes, but he was like, hey, you know what? Can you just book it for me? So I feel like newsletters have definitely had a good benefit so far and turnout just from the past 2 months we've been using them. I'm creating September's now. And going into September, remember, first step is gather what you want to put in your newsletter. What kind of deals, what kind of vendors you want to be checking out. Right now, as I'm creating September, I know I want to put in there a sandals vacation. A few weeks ago, I sent my clients who are going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party soon. They made a final payment, so I sent them a freebie guide that I created. I'm going to include that here in my newsletter too. So I'm just taking content from the month. Um, Over the month, I was looking at Exotica, so I got access to our Exotica affiliate link. I'm gonna add that here in the affiliate link section. And then yesterday we attended a sandals training. We learned a lot of sandals, so I know I want to add that in here as well. That's my first step. I know what I want to put in my newsletter, what I want to share with my clients, and keep them updated with. The next step is going into Canva, finding the template that you like, and that's where it's going to be a little time consuming, just editing, writing the words that you want it to have, the colors, the pictures. I say typically when you lock in, this takes probably about 40 minutes. So I get it done, I'll prepare the night before, and then I'll have it all prepared for the next day. So let's do one section together, and then I'll show you guys how to turn it into a flip book, because this is what it looks like when you send it. Let me see here. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up already. Okay, so this was last month's newsletter. And this is what it looks like when it comes to their phone. Just like how if you go into your Gmail and you see that you're in either like Etsy, Sephora, Ulta, maybe Bath and Body Works, they usually have deals that flash just like this. You don't even have to add this much words, honestly. If you just want to keep it very simple, you can just put it as deals, and that can be your monthly newsletter. So this is what it looks like after we're done creating it. I'll put it together into an email and send it over to my clients. Before I show you guys how to turn it into a flip book, how are we doing? Do we have any questions so far? Is this helpful so far? Let me know in the chat box. I'll check on Facebook too. Hey, Christine. Awesome. Okay. Doing good on Facebook. And I think we're doing good here. Once you find a template that you like, you're going to go into your vendors and then you're going to start putting everything together. Yoni said, this is great. Perfect. Thank you. I know this has been a great turnout. I'm really excited about these newsletters. So I think if you guys dive in, you would really have fun with it too. That's a key part too. Have fun with it. Remember, this is your business. So you want to shine your personality, what you want to bring to your clients. Let's say, let's just do one together and then I'll show you how to put it into a flip book. So I think for the big deal I want to put right here is sandals. So I would go into my sandals website, go into our portal. You can go into Vax, see what kind of deals Vax has. Maybe if you want to go into Royal Caribbean, that's what I did last month. With sandals, I can either take the insights that I learned yesterday, or I can go into the 777 deal and put that on here. Right now, also sandals usually always has a promotion. They're having that Jamaica sale. Oh. If this starts to run a little bit slow, I'll show you guys how to make the flip book and then we can come back to it. I just want to make sure you guys get the key parts of this training. And then when we head off, you guys go and personalize your newsletter and really add all the stuff in there. Oh, beaches. That's great too if you have family. You know that a lot of clientels are families. Maybe you should promote beaches instead of sandals. I do have a lot more honeymooners, so I'm going to be focusing on sandals. Let's see. And they've just updated our sandals portal too, so I haven't played around too much in our sandals portal, the updated one. So let's see. The advertising tools, they have flyers already made, but honestly, I like just going to the resort profile and just finding photos of the resort that I like. For any of our vendors, like Disney, you can do the Disney marketing collateral. You can go onto their Disney Travel Professional website. For Virgin Voyages, this is where you can take advantage of those marketing tools that were given. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's do a web banner. For the 65% off, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna put it into the flyer just to show you guys. But I'm also gonna be doing the due diligence of our job, making sure, checking of when this flyer is available for, if it's accurate. So let me go back and check out the promotion. Forms. View details. Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to hit, I don't know if you guys can see on the screen, but it says you're being redirected. So if it doesn't pull up, that's okay. Right now, as you're putting these sales into your newsletter, you want to be double checking, making sure when the promotion's available to, because if we're sending this on September 4th and the sale ends on like September 7th, it wouldn't make sense to send it then. I know Royal Caribbean, they update their promotions around the 4th, 5th, maybe 6th time too. So that's a good to keep in mind. All right, let's say we add the download. Let's try adding it in here. Go. Now we're going to change this to that. Adjust it a little bit. And then that's when I'm going back into viewing the details to create my little blurb here. I added the Disney freebie. I have to add this little blurb here. I'm probably going to make this, I'm going to make this Exotica. So this is where I'm going to add my affiliate link. And then this I'm going to update. I thought I was going to put my freebie guide there, but I'm going to change this to be like a travel perk or an insights that only the travel industry would know. After you create your newsletter, you're going to go into the share. And then you're going to go into see all. And this is the important part. This is where you're going to turn it into a flip book. Go down to design. And go down to the Hyzine flip books. You can do all 3 pages. Maybe if you only did 1, 2, 4 pages, all of them. And then it's going to pop up this, your design has been saved. Open it up in Hyzine Flipbooks. This is going to create how you want your newsletter to be seen by your clients. If you want it to flash like mine did, or if you want it to be like an actual flip book where it turns like a digital book. So after we've created everything, right? You've created, oh, okay, so this is good to know. You have exceeded the limit of 5 flip books on your Hyzine account. Please delete some flip books. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. don't know if it'll let me right now, but you can only have 5. Good to know. Once you create your high zine, right, it's going to pull up just like this. You're going to go into the share. And you're going to see how you want it to be shared. One, you can take it as a link. You could put it on your social media maybe. What I do is I send it to my clients how I want it to be seen, and then I'll take a video of that and upload that to my social media. So for the cover, it'll just have the cover. For cover call to action, it's going to have like a button, if like an arrow or like the YouTube play button. For the cover flip, it's going to be like a flip book. So it'll show up like this. See how it's it looks like a magazine. And then you can even play around with how large you want the magazine pages to turn. What I do is the GIF, because I like how it goes like that. You'll download the GIF, and then you'll put it in your email for your clients. You can use ChatGPT to help you create it as well. This is what my last one looked like, and then I'll show you what I will just stay with this one. So my last one was Happy Magical Monday, Travelers. This is Victoria from Harper Adventures Travel Agency, your go-to travel advisor and Disney planning expert. Over the last few months, our newsletters have been such a fun way to stay connected. We did hear feedback, though. Sometimes they weren't always the easiest to find. This is when I was switching to these newsletters. Last month's new format got an amazing response, so we're keeping the momentum going. From now on, you'll get hand-picked travel deals and expert tips delivered directly to your inbox. So I said this to give them like that, like a perk exclusive for them booking with me. If they were to book through Trivago, they want to get stuff like this. So they appreciate that small business care. Thoughtfully designed and personalized to keep you inspired, informed, and ready for your next adventure. Don't worry, they're only once a month, so no spamming your inbox over here. And I promise you'll want to be the first to know of these travel industry insights. Whether you're a couple, a family, a newlywed, or just dreaming of your next escape, every month there'll be something new here for you. Last month was in honor of our recent sailing and the newfound love of cruising that so many of you share. We've created August's newsletter to help you sail away with the sweetest savings. Here's a sneak peek at what's inside August's newsletter, and then I just gave them a sneak peek. Attach the GIF on. You can have ChatGPT to help you, by the way. I definitely had ChatGPT to help me a little bit with the layout. Changing this link, I did keep it the original high zine link, but the first time I did this for August, ChatGPT was able to make it a link that said something like open here. Ready to book your next adventure? Submit your travel request through our new and improved travel inquiry form. Oftentimes, oftentimes travelers will request for they'll just reply back to this email instead of going to this book now, and then that's where I can go when I take them on. At the very end, I do add at any time if you wish to unsubscribe, please reply unsubscribe and you'll be removed from our marketing list, but no one has unsubscribed yet. So that's really it with creating newsletters. They're fun. You want to keep your clients informed. You want to, whatever you're learning about, like if we're having trainings on Princess, if we're having training on Virgin Voyages, whatever we're learning, take that and share that with our clients because that's how it's going to make us the expert. I'll go back to this. Do we have any questions with creating a newsletter or how are we feeling so far? Kit says looks amazing. Thank you so much, Kit. Cheryl says she's good. Love it. Awesome.